Hey everyone, Wyduck welcoming you to Game 1 of a Best of 3 series from the WCS Season 2 Europe Edition. And this time on Shir Vestige. We've got spawning in the bottom right as the Red Terran representing Mouse Sports. And Spain, we have a Lucifron. And Lucifron's opponent is spawning in the top left as the blue Protoss representing Korea. We've got Duckdeok. And Duckdeok is a very, very unique name in my books. And in fact, if you go to his Twitter page, there's actually a little duckling there. Now, this was about a month ago, so I'm not sure if he's changed it yet, but he has been really living up to his Duckdeok name. I know a lot of people just like to call him Duck or Duckdeok, but I go with Duckdeok. Kind of somewhere in the middle there. Not sure if that's pronounced correctly, but I guess that's what happens when you have such a strange name. But he is a very good player playing in the European region from Korea. So Lucifron will probably have his hands full, and it looks like Lucifron is going to be opening up with his very, very common Refinery and Barracks first play. And he likes to go for Reapers, even though on Shir Vestige, in my opinion, Reapers are not nearly as effective as, say, Star Station. Because here on Shir Vestige, there's basically only one point most times that you can jump into your opponent's main base with Reapers, and that's this little ledge here. So you can jump from the low ground and then hop up into the main. Otherwise, if you try to hop up from the main, the ramp is right here, which is usually heavily defended, and also here is behind the mineral line from the expansion. So generally, this is the best spot to jump up into your opponent's main to see what's going on. Now, we do have almost 50 gas. There we go, 52 gas, and immediately right on 52 gas, it cues the Reaper into the training. So we're going to be seeing Reapers right away here. Now, Duckdeok is going for very standard player. He's got 2 assimilators going. Now, this is strange. He only has 3 probes currently mining gas. There we go. He has 4. If you have 3 probes mining gas, you generally don't need 2 assimilators. But there we go. He does have 4 probes mining gas. We've also got Zealot on the way. And it's interesting that the rally point is all the way to Lucifron's base. Now, obviously, Lucifron is going to be a lot quicker out of the gates here because he does have Reapers. But I find it on that Duckdeok is going to be sending the Zealot out immediately to try and scout out Lucifron's base. Now, behind this, we are going to see a Nexus being put down at that natural expansion. There we go. At the same time, this Reaper is going to be able to spot it and might be able to pick off that probe for free. Yep, there we go. The Reaper is going to focus down on that probe. That probe is not going to be able to make it. Actually turns around and with some fury does 5 damage. Unfortunately, with that Mothership Core now out, that Reaper is not going to be able to do too much additional damage, I don't think. And this Reaper is going to be scooting away here. Now that Pylon and Nexus looks like it is going to finish. This Reaper obviously can't do enough damage to cancel that Nexus. But meanwhile, we do have the Zealot darting across the map. He's almost at Lucifron's base, and we don't have a wall off here. Now we do have 2 Marines just fully trained out of that barracks with that reactor. But now Lucifron is going to have some nifty kiting here. And it looks like Lucifron might lose an SCV. There we go. He's going to avenge his fallen probe. And the Zealot is still trying to do some more additional damage. At least he'll get a full scout out of Lucifron's base. The Zealot is in the back, still running around. Now remember, Marines and Zealots do have the same movement speed. But the Zealot might not be able to survive at 7 life. Able to see the command center and the timing of it. And also able to see the tech structures. So that was a pretty good Zealot. Unfortunately, Duckdeok is still behind in resources lost, but he does have his Nexus up and running before Lucifron is able to land his at his natural. But it looks like Lucifron might be trying to, might be aggressive here, but that Mothership Core is going to be pushed back. That Widow Mine is in a very good position, and in fact, the Mothership Core is going to see that Widow Mine once again focusing down on it. But that is going to scare away that Mothership Core. We do have 6 Marines walking back and forth at that natural ramp. I feel like Lucifron wants to be really aggressive here. Generally, I find in a lot of his games, he's the aggressor. Unfortunately, it looks like he'll be pinned back by that very pesky Mothership Core. But he also doesn't know that there is a proxy pylon set at that 3rd possible expansion for Lucifron. And now with a even more forward proxy pylon. This could be a big problem for Lucifron if he's not able to scout this. If you take a look at his vision, he doesn't see either pylons. He does see the 2 stalkers coming in now before his bunker is completed. And the Marines are going to be rampaging forward, losing 1 Marine, but now there's just too many stalkers. And with that Mothership Core and 2 Time Warps going down, the Mothership Core does fall, but the Marines are trapped. They're very slow. They're able to get into that bunker just at the last moment before they would be destroyed. But we've got a lot of stalkers here, and with that forward pylon, Lucifron might have a lot of problems here. He's going to have to really reinforce his position with more bunkers, but we don't see any in construction. So many force fields, and now the SCVs are not able to repair that bunker. The Marines are going to go down. The SCVs having pulled off the line. The Widowmine does destroy 1 stalker, but with such a large cooldown, I don't think that's going to be enough. Lucifron is trying to get another bunker up. Another stalker does go down from the Widowmine fire. The SCVs have been pulled off the line, trying to do some additional damage and provide some shielding for that lone Marine left here. Unfortunately, this medevac is going to have to boost away as well. And there's not a lot of units here for Lucifron. He's down by 16 supply. The bunker is not going to finish. The Widow Mines are not doing anything either. And now it looks like Duckdeok is going to be at that forward ramp. And he's doing significant damage to these SCVs. Lucifron is constantly losing miners. He's not able to do much here. He does have 5 Marines up, but these Marines do not have stim. They do not have combat shields, so they are very weak, and their DPS is somewhat lower than what we're used to. The medevac does fall once again. The Marines are fighting valiantly, able to focus down on those sentries, able to pop that last sentry, but we've still got 3 stalkers on this ramp into the main with only 2 Marines here. I don't think Lucifron is going to be able to hold. I think this is just a matter of time. There's just too many stalkers, and Lucifron is going to tap out. So Duckdeok, really, really aggressive, putting those forward pylons at the 3rd and then a little bit closer to the natural. Lucifron wasn't able to pick up on the timing, nor the fact that Lucifron, or excuse me, that Duckdeok was trying to do something so aggressive. So Duckdeok is going to take game 1 in a 9.5-minute game. So very fast for game 1. We'll have to head over to game 2 to see if Lucifron can bounce back or not.